Well, welcome to the big show. We're back here in Henderson Settlement. We're 30 minutes late, but we're here. That's what counts, people. We're glad you're with us. We're at the award-winning big show. Now, listen, today we're coming to you live before a rather disturbed audience. We've got a number of things going on for you today, and we've got our guest here, Frankie, and we'll talk more to Frankie here in a second. We've got some folks coming up here after we talk to Frankie from the Youth Ministries area, and they're going to talk to us a little bit and talk to you primarily about the summer recreation, the summer day camp that we have for the youth of the community, and give us a little information on that. And that'll be good information for you if you're interested out there. So we appreciate you joining us, whether you're watching this live right now at the spur of the moment, 30 minutes late, but we're here, better late than never. At least it's not like Friday, like last week or something.
Right.
Boy, some people get occupied.
Days late.
Yeah. Having to assist my wonderful mother.
Yes.
She's the best. I love you, Mama. I know you're not watching. But somebody might tell you. You got to get the brownie points where you can get them. Yes, you do. Anyway, so let's talk about what's going on this week. We've got a lot of folks on campus, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 150 to 160, somewhere in between there. So a lot of things going on. And we've even got folks this week out at the White Oak Center down in Tennessee. Things cranked up out there, so life is hopping. Work camp, Henderson Settlement, White Oak. We are just, man, it's wide open and ready to go. And look at there. We've already, now look, remember, these glasses are on only for effect. They're not really needed. People already talking to us. Nada Joe, let's see, it says, had a great time last week. Oh, that is fantastic. Appreciate you saying that. You're wonderful. Just come back next year. Come back later this year. Tell everybody out there in the Henderson Settlement Facebook world how wonderful it was, Nada Joe. Yes. Anyway, so let's see what we got this week. I don't know why I keep throwing my glasses down when I need them. So these are the folks who are on campus this week. We've got Asbury UMC from Charlestown, West Virginia. Wow, good folks. 19 of those wonderful folks that are with us this week. We've got Belmont UMC from Dayton, Ohio. They also wonderful folks, and there's 6 of those here on campus. And we've got Carmel UMC from Carmel, Indiana. 38 of those Carmel, Indiana people. They come in and just blow it out. That's what they do. Great folks. We appreciate them folks. All of these folks. Centenary UMC from Granville, Ohio. Has 16 folks that are with us this week. We're glad they're here. Wonderful folks as well. All of these folks are. And then we've got one problematic group here this week. One group that has been coming for a long time. We want to talk about them more here in a moment. But, when they're here, security is always on alert.
It's a problem. Things
ready to go. And that is the Central Grove, Smith Creek, United Methodist Churches from Warrenton, Missouri area. Yes. You know anything about them?
Should I
plead
the fifth?
Plead the fifth. You may have some of these folks watching.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're next door here.
Right.
You bed might be short-sheeted or something. You
never know.
Yeah. All right. Then we've got Christ Community UMC from, oh man, I hope I say this right. I always worry about that. Sellings Grove, Pennsylvania. Wonderful folks there. And there's 23 of them. We also have Christ United Methodist Church from Oregon, Ohio. 12 of them, all the great folks. Then we've got, had a giant bumblebee go by. Crazy thing. Church of Peace, United Church of Christ from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Man, them people come a long way.
They did.
Bunch of Wisconsin, bunch of cheese people. Wonderful folks. Love those folks. Yes, they are great people. 12 of those. Then we have First United Methodist Church from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Boy, Florida. I wonder if they know, they've been coming for a long time. I'm not going to pick at them. No. Fort Walton Beach, you're wonderful folks. We love you. You've been coming for a long time. They have a good time, but man, they're all business. They go to work. I don't even think they take off on Wednesday.
Wow.
Man. Unlike some groups. And then we're still at the Frank side. We ain't even got to White Oak yet. What do you think about that, man?
A lot of
And this
people here.
isn't even the biggest week of the summer.
Right.
I think next week is. Man, we may have to just have one show, me just reading off everybody that's here next week.
The bluegrass pickers last night were really impressed with
Were
how
they?
many people we
Oh,
had.
yeah.
They were excited to have that big crowd last night. I said, wait till next week.
Pardon me, the Indy 500 has moved to the Frakes 500. People flying by here faster than I don't even know it. That's pretty daggum quick. And we also got Hebron UMC from Hebron, Indiana. There's 8 of those folks. And we have Shelbyville First United Methodist Church from Shelbyville, Illinois. And there's 6 of those folks here. And that is all at the Frakes site. Then we go down into Tennessee, about 20 miles down the road, into the White Oak community. We have one group this week out there. We got 2 next week. A group from Beddington United Methodist Church in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Now, that group has been coming for a lot of years. They've been here at the Frakes site, and they've been out to White Oak. They really love it out there at White Oak. And they just do a lot of good work out there. So we appreciate all these groups, all you folks out there that are here with us this week. And those folks who have already been here, certainly we are really, really happy and pleased that you were with us already. And then those folks out there maybe are watching or will watch that will be coming. We're looking forward to having you. Now, perhaps some of these folks that have been here before could agree with this, but I got a email today, earlier this week, whatever. I just answered it today, regardless of when it came in.
Oh, okay.
Asking about the address for this place, that they wanted to put it in their GPS. Well, that is a logical, sensible question.
Good luck.
In most cases. However, Henderson Settlement and Frakes, one, is not logical. Take a gander at that. Then and doesn't make sense. So we are very rural. We are not, let's just get cut to the chase right here. Once you get off the interstate, if you're coming to visit us, we strongly recommend that you turn off your GPS, your navigation, in trying to get to us or to the White Oak Center. If you do not, 50% of the time, you will regret it.
Might wind up in the wrong state.
Promise you. It will get you to that address. It will do its best. I'm trying to put my cheat sheet away with all my groups. But the problem is that typically on that Sunday night or that Monday or Friday or whatever the case it is, when they decide to use it to get out of here or into here, it will take you on an abandoned strip mine road or an old logging road. And, we have to form a search party. And if it's not more than like 2 people, we don't get in no hurry. If you ain't got 8 or 10 people lost, it's really, you're on your own. No, seriously, if you're coming, we have directions that are the best directions to get here to Henderson Settlement and Frakes or to the White Oak Center in White Oak, Tennessee. Print those off, go to the hendersonsettlement.com webpage, and over on the left side, there's a list of links that you can click on to take you to different parts of our website. And one of those says forms, docs, and newsletters. Click on that, and it'll take you to a page of documents. And in those documents, scroll up, and you will see that there says directions to work camp, to Frakes or White Oak, whatever, just directions. And follow wherever you're coming from. You'll have a couple of different options, but those are the best, quickest, I promise you, the quickest way of getting here. So those GPS can potentially get you here, but they probably not going to be. You're going to be not feeling too well when you get here, regardless. So just keep that in mind. Know that. So we want you to make it here. We want to work you hard. Have a good experience. Unlike Frankie over here, who wound up tied her to a $2 clock. She is. Yeah. Now, Blue, you can see Blue in the background. Blue is on high alert today. When all these people started piling into the room here for this program today, he started getting a little nervous. You could tell by the expression on his face today. He's on man. If anything gets out of hand, he could go off any minute. So we got him back there. He's watching her back. This chair in the middle, that's not an invisible person. Could be, but it's not. That's for our next group of folks that are coming in. So anyway, this is Frankie Swartz. Frankie, we love you. I think I've actually been to your church, twice at least?
Twice.
Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They actually, let me escape. Kind of scary times. Wonderful folks down in Missouri. We love all the folks down in Missouri. One of my favorite jokes all time was I was at an event first time I came down, and y'all was having like a fundraising supper or something like that.
Soup supper.
Soup supper, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we could come down here again.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And Frankie was reintroducing folks to us and that type of thing. And one of the guys in her group is named Rick. Rick's a wonderful guy. And she said, "This is Rick, and he's a printer." And I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah, that's what he does. He prints." I said, "So he never learned cursive in school, I guess." So from that point forward, I call him Rick the Printer. Rick the Printer is a wonderful guy.
A lot of people call him that.
Yeah. So
but they don't know the cursive joke.
The cursive part, Used to, that was a lot of years ago. That was a pretty good joke back then. Now they don't even teach cursive in school anymore, so it's not as good a joke. I'm sorry. But I liked it then. And
I still think it's
lingered on. It's pretty good. So, Frankie,
yes.
So how's your week going so far?
It's going well.
Is it?
We finished most of our job already.
Wow. You just going to lay around the rest of the week? Or
no. We saw that new white dry erase board on the wall in
unfinished
the shop.
Projects or got to get done
Unfinished projects. That's a really good organizational tool because we've been here before and we've said, what do you have that's not finished? And we can go and look ourselves now and not let you give us the worst job that you can think of.
I think we've already got those jobs on that board already promised to people. We've got a special list of jobs that are available to you.
Rodney keeps telling me he has things we can do to help him.
Tell Rodney stay out of this.
Okay.
So, I wish I could take credit for that idea.
But you can't.
But I can't.
Well, it was a good idea. Whose ever idea.
If somebody would give it away, I probably would try. But I can't. But that is a good thing. So that's really a good thing about your group, and actually most groups that come in, they do their jobs. If they knock those out pretty quickly, then whether it's a day or a couple of days or a day and a half, whatever the case may be, they'll pick up some jobs that maybe didn't get finished, whatever reason, whether it's weather or just ran out of time or what, just never know. Could be any number of reasons to cause someone not to finish the job. And then folks finish those up for us, so we really appreciate that. Hey, Josh Harris. Good to see you out there. So you say listen to their directions on how to get there. Google Maps tried to take us down logging roads that no longer exist. Josh, you are a true champ. I love it when someone backs up what I'm saying. Josh will send that donation to you. Appreciate that. Data said something else that said, mine tried to have us turn into a mountain. Well, take a left turn when there's not one there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You come to a sudden stop. Oh, did you get that? Anyway, moving along. So, how long have you been coming here, Frankie, your group?
21 years myself. 21 years. Wow. So, our two churches have had groups down here ever since the year 2000.
Wow.
So, but I came first with a district group from Missouri.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's kind of how you first learned about Henderson Settlement and coming here and was being a part of the district group.
I was a part of the district group, but it wasn't my idea. Remember, my mother sent me. We blame it on her.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
She is a wonderful lady.
Frankie's mother. We miss her.
Yes, she was a wonderful.
I really think she wanted to come, but she was not physically able to do so anymore. And she had heard some things about Redbird Missionary Conference. Yeah. Didn't really understand the difference between Redbird Mission and Henderson Settlement.
Yes.
But she saw something in the district newsletter about a district group coming down, and she sort of informed me that I was going to be part of that group. But it's been a great blessing to me ever since, and I wouldn't miss coming for the world.
Well, we appreciate it. Man. your mother was a wonderful lady.
I feel like I have a lot of family down here now.
Yeah. Well, you do.
I do.
You know, that's what we often, I think I've said this before, you know, we've often said that, you know, once you're here, you become family, whether, you know, it's one trip or multiple trips, you know, you're a part of the family, whether you want to be or not. So just prepare yourself.
Right.
You are.
That's what happens.
So what are some of the things I mean, that's a long time, 20 years, you know, have been coming and being part of groups and whatnot. But, you know, what are some of the things? I know generally there's one job that you have a history of doing every year, and you actually doing some of that, this year. But, you know, what are some of the jobs that type of jobs you've done over the years?
We have done a lot of vinyl siding.
That is your thing.
Which is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
One reason we started doing, or we got started doing that on a regular basis is because it's a fairly easy thing to teach other people how to do.
Yeah.
It's a fairly lightweight job. You don't have to pick up a lot of heavy materials. And we've been bringing, or when we have youth in our churches, we bring a lot of youth down with us. And that's something that you can pretty quickly teach people. There's something for a lot of different people to do, a lot of different parts of the job. We've taught kids how to use a tape measure and help us cut things and measure things, and works out when you have a pretty large group.
It does.
Keep them all busy.
Exactly. You're able to keep quite a few people busy
with
that job. And the cost for that material isn't too, you know, great for being able to keep that many people busy. So
we've done some soffit work. We've built a handicapped ramp. First year I came down here, the mission dormitory was not finished. Yeah. And I helped paint the inside. We were doing the finished work on the inside.
So you're the one we can blame for that.
Well, I think it's been painted a few times since then.
Yes.
But I did help paint downstairs and do some other things that first year. It wasn't finished. Yeah. So
that's really good. And then you all do, from time to time, you do little things on campus, and that's that stuff as well. So, and all that matters and makes a difference. Now, we've got a lady that comes down from Indiana. Her name is Judy.
Okay.
And she's like her designated crier.
Oh no.
Yeah, you talk to her, you just say, I love you, Judy. And well, next thing you know, she's just, you know,
crying.
Tears are flowing.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
When we do the worship on Thursday nights, you know, and if Judy don't start crying, I don't stop talking.
And you have to get her to cry before
I know I've achieved a little bit of something. You don't even have to work that hard at it. But if she ain't started crying, I'm not ready to quit. We've got to get at least one teardrop.
You're not going to try to get me to cry.
Well, no, I was just what I was getting up to.
You know what it would take. It's not much.
Frankie is probably right behind Judy. In that category. I'm not going to make you cry, but
sure.
But you know, so as part of you doing all these jobs, you know, the work is great. You know, improving living conditions, homes and things like that, helping do that. But you know, you have a real talent and ability and of connecting with the people who you are working for. So tell us. You don't have to name any names. Certainly, we don't want to have to do that or anything. Don't want you to get all worked up. Just tell us a little bit about what that's like. You know, or maybe just give an example of it. Whatever moves you to do that. You know, a little bit about that.
That's why I said I feel like I have family down here, and I even count you. You know, my brother Jerry. I talk about my brother Jerry sometimes to people back home, but there have been some interesting things happen. I think it was 3 years ago, we did some siding for a family, and we had a good time with them. We felt like we had some connections with them. The gentleman who owned the home was out there talking to us a lot, and we really enjoyed them. And then came back the next year, and we had kind of worked on picking our project, but you'd kind of guided us a little bit on that too. And we didn't know the family name of the people we were working for when we got down here. And we got down here and Harry had drawn us a map, and we started looking at the map and saying, well, wait a minute. This looks familiar. All these landmarks look familiar. And then it said, here's the house you're working on, and here's the brother's house, and here's the dad's house. And we went, wait, we know these people.
Yeah.
it was just down the hill from the house that we did the year before.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was all the Green family, right? So we're like, we know where we're going. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And we felt like we had an even stronger connection then with them, with the brother and his wife. Yeah. And then the next year, last year, we wound up working for their daughter and son-in-law, which was a total, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident because it was meant to be. They say it was meant to be. Yeah. We felt like it was meant to be. They're all coming over here for supper at our house on Friday night. Yeah. We've invited them over for supper.
I may have to do a security check.
Sure, go ahead.
That's
fine. I don't know. They haven't told us yet when they can get here. Maybe about 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
I'll just keep driving by till I see the
You just come on over. That's okay. The more the merrier. But we feel like we're family, and the lady in the second year there, Jerry, her name's Jerry too.
Yeah.
She had some heart. Yeah, she had some heart trouble that next fall, and we did our best to help pray her through it, and we're just awful glad that she's still around and can come visit us this week. So, you get connected to people, and sometimes you get connected to people for a longer time and deeper than you ever thought you would. Yeah, so we treasure those connections a lot, and we feel like we can it does a lot for us too. Yeah, we always feel like we get so much out of our week here, more than what we actually put into it monetarily or work wise. So absolutely. And I'm treading lightly here. Oh no. But just because I don't want to get you all misty, but if you do, then so be it. But what, and I feel like you purposefully avoided this one. But one of the things that is great about people like Frankie and other folks like you that come in. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, I'm family, whether you want to claim me or not. You just deal with it. Love you, miss you. So you just deal with it. Just like Bradley deals with you. That just happened. Anyway, so that folks come in, and it's not just the community folks that you build relationships with. It's staff people who are here, and one of those folks, a lot of folks build relationships with the cooks in the dining hall, right? And then some of those folks retire and go, but they're still living the community and that type of thing. And one of those families, one of those ladies that worked here, was that retired, and then you all think did some work at her home one year. We did not ever work at Geneva's house. Worked there, yeah. We actually, before I got to be good friends with Geneva, even though I saw her here at the dining hall, we worked on her what was her home place growing up, where her sister Jeanette lived. That's right. We worked there in 2000, the first year that it was our two churches who had a group down here, and we put siding on that house. That's how we first got connected. And then when Geneva would see me come in the dining hall each time, she would say, I'll have to tell Jeanette you're here. Yeah. And I'd find out when Jeanette was going to be home, and we'd go visit her. Well, then once Jeanette passed away and Geneva retired, we just started going to Geneva's instead. And so unfortunately, this year I wasn't able to go visit Geneva because she's no longer with us. But I did go sit with her husband Earl on the porch this morning, and you're not going to make me cry. No, I'm doing okay. Yeah. So I know Earl really appreciated that. Yeah. And the whole Fuson family and Jeanette's family. It was a good thing. That relationship, they mean a lot. And to me, that is really, all the building and improving and all that is great and wonderful stuff. Right. But that witness for Christ and those relationships, that connection that you folks make with us, us being this community, is, that's the real thing. That's the thing that lingers on well beyond, any work that you do. Right. It's a forever thing for sure. Yeah. And so we love you for that. And we appreciate you for that. Thanks. So, man, we covered a lot of ground there. Yeah. Man. You have other people waiting.
Yeah, I know. We've been going for about 25 minutes here.
Oh my goodness, you better get them in.
I've kind of lowered my voice a little bit. I think there might be some people sleeping out there. You never know. Don't want to wake anybody up. Yeah. Hello, Cheryl. Good to see you out there. Good to have you watching. Yeah. Okay. Well, Frankie, we appreciate it. I know you got people back at the Hope House, the printer, and
they're
all
waiting
those guys.
to go up on the Gap.
Oh, go up on the Gap.
Yeah, to
Ooh.
look at the pretty view and see Tennessee and Virginia from there.
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
Take it easy.
That's right.
It's pretty no matter
it
what
is.
state
It's beautiful
it is.
country. Well, thank you. I'll see you. I'll catch up with you folks later. So that was Frankie from the one of the groups here this week, Missouri. So we're going to ask some folks from the summer recreation crew to come in and talk to us a little bit about what's going on in summer recreation. So we've got Rebekah. I think we met Rebekah a few weeks ago. Hello, Randy Powers. Good to see you out there. And then we got Brady, who is also working in both. Now, both of you all are actively involved in working in the summer day camp, what we call summer recreation. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Now, Brady, you live around here. You've lived around here your whole life, correct?
Yeah, I have 21 years.
Oh, 21. Well, you didn't look like a day over 21, right?
I still look 14 and a half.
Yeah. No, you don't. You don't. Now, Rebekah, of course, you are, I'd say you be maybe 50-50. I consider you 50-50. You're kind of, you're not originally from here, but your mother has moved here, and she's one of us's now. She's one of we's.
Yes, she is. She very
we miss
much
you,
is.
Casey. We know you still in Ohio.
No, she's in Kentucky. She'll be here in like an hour.
Really?
Maybe an hour and a half.
Well, we don't miss you then.
Oh.
Not nearly as much as we did.
Jeez.
It's going to be good to have you home, but I can't miss her if she's already back.
Well, she's not back yet. You could still miss her a little bit because she's not here yet.
Rebekah, you're distracting me. We got off away from what our whole focus was here. Yeah, but you're supposed to leave me alone. I just like to ramble.
Well, then get
People
back
out
to
there
it.
in the Facebook world realize that.
You can't have two ramblers, guys.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, so Casey, we missed you. We look forward to you being back. Yes, you'll be here next week. Ready for action. So anyway, so this you are Casey's daughter. So you're kind of 50-50. You be here quite often, and you volunteered over the years, different times and stuff. So you're assistant in summer recreation. How's that been going?
Pretty good. I mean, the first days of any program are always a little rocky, trying to figure out where you are with your kids. I'm with one of our other leaders, Orinda, and we do ages 4 through 9, and Brady here has 10, 11, and 12.
Wow.
They can be challenging at times.
That's
It's fun.
Yes, Brady's kids are a little challenging. But,
well, that's what it's about.
But at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We play quite a bit of games. I mean, it's mostly a lot of playing of different games. But we do have a little bit of our time set aside for like devotions and a little bit of like literacy. So maybe, with the little kids, it's like reading stories and stuff like that. Yeah. And then a little bit of music time. Yeah. So like we had our little kids dancing. We were teaching them different dances, which was super cute. We should have gotten some video.
Years ago, because I come up in that program. I come to summer rec, and then I worked in summer recreation and that program and stuff. And when I was involved in it, we'd get the kids dancing too. We did it a little differently though. Yeah, like we just catch a snake and throw down at their feet. Ah! But not quite as much music. Y'all, that probably wouldn't go over too well nowadays.
No, not at all.
You the old-fashioned way, old school. That's the way to go.
Sure.
So, all right. So the summer recreation just started this past Monday, correct?
Yep.
So that was the first day.
Yep.
And what days of the week do we actually offer summer rec? Are children able to come?
So Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday.
So not on Wednesday.
Nope, not on
summer
Wednesday.
Rec on Wednesday.
Yep.
So what do you do on Wednesday? Like recover?
We mainly just clean our facilities that we've been using and get ready for next week and the next 2 days.
Excellent. So now, what time does that program actually operate?
So we leave from here at 8 o'clock to go pick up kids, and a lot of kids will show up at the gym at 8 o'clock.
So now, just let me interrupt that for this one. So that is kind of the starting point.
Correct.
So if you're bringing your kids and you're dropping kids off and whatnot, that is you want to drop them off at the Henderson Settlement Gym, in front of the gym. That's kind of the initial gathering place, correct?
Correct.
All
Yep.
right. Okay, go ahead.
And then from that point on, then we have all of our activities, and then about 2:00 is when we load up and head home.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens is at 8:00. So we have Henderson Settlement vans, and that some of the workers in the program, they actually go out into the communities that we serve and pick up the kids. Is that correct? So they're kind of standing on the side of the road like they're catching the school bus.
Yeah.
And we pick them up and bring them back in and drop them off. And then at the end of the day, we then, for those that have ridden the van, and we take those back out and drop them off at their homes. Is that correct?
Yeah. And there's a few that we take home that may have gotten dropped off during the day,
right,
as well.
So you kind of got different, you parents or grandparents or whatever, you got a few different options available to them. And it is okay to come in. Now, it used to be, I'm pretty sure it still is, even though you wasn't there at the very beginning, you may not have been there Monday or Tuesday, you maybe don't come this week at all. You can just come at any particular time. You don't have to come from the very beginning or whatever. You can just show up just one day. If you want to come one day a week, that's okay.
Yeah, just to see how it is.
Yeah, excellent.
And you get breakfast and lunch too.
Oh,
so.
Now see, that's the key thing. You get a good breakfast, you get a good lunch. Now listen, so you're doing all these activities, get a couple of good meals a day, van can pick you up and take you home, or parents can drop you off or whatever the case. Now just tell me, this is the key question that inquiring minds want to know. Hello, Matt Feely. Good to see you watching out there, brother. Linda Kinzer. Hey, good to see you out there. Oh, Mike, you're saying something. Hey, I'm watching the internationally famous and award-winning Big Show. Yes, you are. If you weren't, you wouldn't be typing on there. So here now, people out there inquiring minds want to know this. How much does all this cost?
Nothing.
It's free.
Nothing.
A little bit of time, but I mean, you spend it doing some really fun stuff. So
free.
Yeah.
It don't cost nothing.
Nothing at all.
So I get food. I get transportation. I get activities. Christian environment.
Yes.
Zero.
Correct.
Wow. Man, what are you waiting for, people? Bring your kids. It usually kind of starts off a little slow sometimes. Sometimes it's really hectic. And then, but what kind of average over the first couple of days have you had in kids? I mean, like total number, it'd be like 50, 60, 80?
I think we had over 50 yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday we had about 54, 55 kids.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
The first day was kind of rocky.
Yeah, well, it always is.
No one really knew that it kind of started. So the next day, friends to each other.
Probably by next week, your numbers really jump up pretty good, that type of thing.
Yeah. And there's some other things going on, like 4-H and stuff.
Oh, yeah, and ball camps and stuff like that. Now, do y'all have any kind of special activities planned out there? I mean, for the summer or sometime? Going to any water parks or something like that, perhaps, or you got to that point yet?
Well, each week is themed, so we already kind of have a theme for each week. But we next week is Adventure Week.
Oh,
so there's going to be some adventuring, but we're not going to give away too much because you got to come and find out what we're doing.
What's going on. I like that.
Yeah.
Way of thinking.
And there is some water park time, but we're not going to tell you when that is either.
We'll let you know in advance, maybe a day or two.
Yeah, but you got to keep coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't just show up on water park day. That ain't going to cut it.
That wouldn't be right.
Don't show up every day in a swimsuit just waiting. If you come on time, we'll let you know. Man, that sounds like fun. Now, when I was going to recreation as a kid, just 10 or 12 years ago, I loved it. That was a lot of fun. And when I worked in it, it was fantastic too. It just really, really, that's one of my favorite times in the 30 plus years I've worked here. That was some of the best experiences I had. And it's just, I love what I'm doing now. But that was just so much fun. Because you get to see the kids, and you got ages. Now you said the early ages, like 4 to you got starts at like 4 years old, and then like Brady, you do like up to the 12-year-olds, I think. Now, but that's not the cap, is it? Like 12-year-olds.
No.
How old can you come?
13, 14, and
pretty much 13 to like 18.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there's up until roughly 18, you're able to come. There is a little registration form. We need information as far as being able to contact parents if necessary, and permission slips and things like that. But other than that, that's all it is.
And you don't need those for your first day. So if you want to be picked up, if you're standing out there, we'll pick you up even if you don't have a form. We'll just send you home with one. So,
Man, turn key. What more do you want, people? Send your youngins up this way. Yeah, we're ready for you. Now, listen, if you're in Ohio or Michigan or Florida or whatever, don't be trying to get your kids up here. Don't you be trying to take advantage of us. Somehow I don't see that happening.
now that seems like a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
However, I will say this has happened over the past, and I don't know if it happened this summer, but there's been folks like that have been from out of state and whatnot and come in and visited family and had youth like that and brought their kids that maybe they were visiting for a couple of weeks or something, and their kid come to
My
summer.
niece and nephew come to visit my mom, and they take part in the rec program.
If that were to happen, would there be any charge for them?
Nope, none at all.
Shut up.
Okay.
Not literally. That was just like, oh, I'll tell you what, you people take direction pretty good. I'll tell you. You're all right. So you're having a lot of fun so far. Things going good. Brady, you need to quit talking so much and let Rebekah get a word in. That's right. She's all right. Always got to have somebody do that. Well, we appreciate you folks being willing to work in the summer recreation program, and it's a wonderful thing. It really impacts the lives of kids, and it makes a difference. And we appreciate you folks being a part of that. Also, thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Now, I know I talked to Darryl at lunch today, and he was going to come, and he shirked that duty off, didn't he? Well, let me tell you something. I think you two did fantastic.
Well, she did all the talking. I just kind of sat here.
Yeah, but you were.
But you did very well. So it's all good.
You were encouragement. It's always good to have a helping hand. You did good too, Brady. Don't cut yourself short. You did well. Mm-hmm. No problem at all. So thank you, folks. Again, we appreciate you. You just hang loose right here. And you folks out there, we went a little long today. We got started late, so we made up for it by going a little extra long. Well, what you expected was. Hello, Carolyn. Oh, I'm sorry, Carolyn. Looks like I put my glasses on. Hello, Caitlin. Yes. Hello. Appreciate you out there. Don't you be laughing at me. Well, actually, do laugh at me. That's what I like. But we appreciate you. Look for us here next Wednesday, 2:00-ish. We'll see you again. God bless you. Thanks for joining us.